Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that southern edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that southern edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, but this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that southern edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that southern edge, girl.
Hey people, it's your boy Chef Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of...
Is it too early to tell y'all what I was thinking about yesterday then on this note?
Go ahead. Here we go. Get ready to dump you.
I really thought about this for about an hour yesterday.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
2028. Man, I'm thinking about running for president of the United States. If I start right now today.
Notty.
If I start my...
You got my support, man.
Because guess what I'm going to do? I was thinking about a reparations plan. I was thinking about a re-education plan, getting teachers raises. Like I really was formulating my whole campaign. And I said, if I start today, in 4 years, will I be ready to be president of the United States of America?
Like I just said, Donald Trump with no experience was president of the United States of America. He's got a good chance of winning again. Hell no. Why not?
Right.
I believe in you. I trust you. I believe in you way more than I do Trump. So why would I vote for you, Notty?
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arle?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right. So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right. The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl. Yeah. Oh, can I pour me a one? Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, with this cup like the fountain in you shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl.
Hey, people.
What's up, folks out there in Know It All Land? It's your girl, Arle Michelle, and your boy, Notty, for the No Show this October the 2nd.
What's happening?
No date, so it could be timeless. So just welcome to the No Show. We hope you know a lot of stuff from having watched us these last few months. And we hope to entertain you just a little bit longer.
How you doing?
I am having a day. How are you doing?
Oh man, I can't complain.
That's good. Nadi, it's good to see you. I saw you Monday morning, and I don't get to see you again until, well, we had a conference call, so I saw you, but I didn't see you. Everybody was, hiding their little picture.
Right. Well, it's good to see you too.
Good to be seen. It is a day. Happy Wednesday to everybody out there in Know It All Land. It's your girl, Arle Michelle, and your boy Nadi with the No Show. Welcome.
Yeah, I know. Shoot, I know you be busy, man. I saw your clips that you sent me from the Perfect 10 band. I was impressed. I was like, look at Arle out there dancing, singing and everything.
Singing.
Right, and doing your acting thing. I like, shoot, I see why I can't never get hold of you.
I was laughing so hard yesterday. Last night you text me and I said, dog it, it's gonna say I'm driving. So you always say, of course you are. And I literally had left my house for a hot second to go take care of something and come back. And I said, of course not. It would text me when I left I've been here all day. And then this one time, maybe it didn't send you the message. I hope it didn't. Said I was moving on the move.
Yeah, you stay on the move. But that's good. That's a
I've been sitting still and here now. I've been home all day today. I have not left my house. I've been just working on stuff. I'm trying to get ready for a trip. And oh yeah, I ain't even noticed it now. You need some light.
Yeah,
let there be light.
Exactly. It gotta be in the light so the truth can come out.
Right. So you can enlighten the people. Because you be enlightening the people or making the people mad. Either way.
I mean, sometimes the truth is, the truth will upset you,
The truth can be upsetting.
Somebody got to tell the truth.
But what's funny is, it's interesting. You know how they, there's a candidate that always says, we're having, what do he always say? Fake news. And it will really
right.
It's like, but that's really what happened. And he's like, nope, fake news. So I wonder sometimes if people just kind of make up their own truth,
Well, I was hearing right before we got on the show that Israel and Iran, I believe, about to go to war. And that usually means that the United States is somehow going to be involved in it in some capacity. And I was like, man,
I don't want to go to war.
We might need to put Trump on in there, man, because Trump he gonna know how to handle this issue. This is a Trump type issue. Trump don't have no wars going on.
Okay. Well, if you get in bed with the people that you're gonna probably go to war with, that probably keep.
I'm saying a lot of these issues that's going on right now was under Biden watch, but not to get too much.
All the people been fighting since before we were born. Now.
Yeah. But for some reason, when Trump was in office, them folks. Hey man, Trump show you a picture of your house, and you say, "Wait, why you show me a picture of your house?" Hey, just don't let me send another.
Trump did not. That is a lie. They fact checked it. That is a lie.
Yeah, but that was gangster though. I said, man, that's the most gangster thing.
That's also
the gangster thing I've seen in the wild.
But he also likes Hannibal Lecter, who is not a real character, so a real human. So I don't know how truthful we can.
Was King Joffrey a human?
Did we talk about him? Did one of the candidates mention him in a way that we're going to shock him?
Zamunda.
You did. I'm talking about the president of the United States of America, who is running.
He be saying all kind of crazy stuff, man. Folk ain't animals.
That's why we can't go with the whole, I show you a picture of your house and you ain't going to do that. He didn't do that. He saw that in a movie.
Oh, okay. It was good.
An Unusual Suspects. It's really, we love it in the movies.
Right. Nah, I'm just messing around. But I mean, I'm mostly messing around. But seriously, I'm with Cornel West for 2024. But
I know
I trust. I would trust Trump more in the war situation than I would trust Kamala on some real stuff, because I know we about to get our hands dirty because we always bag Israel with our money and with our muscle. So I mean, it's unfortunate, really.
I don't really have a comment. I just don't like war. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't like war either.
I feel like we send innocent people to fight for stuff that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Most of the time, that is the case.
They're not even fighting on our soil. I mean, not that we want them to bring it to our soil.
No.
Hold up, we got to be
right.
but we don't even. Yeah, so I need to look into what's happening and brace.
Right. I don't got
sent me a message and said, people need to start stocking up on certain things because some longshoremen are about to strike and
right.
All kind of stuff happening around us that we have no control over. We just have to.
Correct.
I remember when COVID hit and people couldn't. I don't know why people thought they needed so much toilet tissue, but they did. I guess because you're gonna be at the house and everybody's nerves bad and they pooping and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it's just we're in a tight fix. I don't know that I trust. I don't necessarily want to trust a person like that doesn't care about anybody but themselves in a war situation, because I at least want you to be concerned about somebody other than you and the rich people. That's all.
I feel you on that. I ain't got no pushback on none of that.
That's all, because you be sending my son. You got out of going to war or going to the army.
I don't think he went to the right.
He did because he said he had bone spurs.
Right.
They wrote him a letter.
Exactly.
Why they put Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, in jail for not going to fight the Vietnam.
Yeah, they did. And going back to that time, a lot of people were mad at Muhammad Ali.
They were
black and white.
They were.
A lot of black people didn't understand why this man went. I'm like, I can't believe the audacity of some of these people.
In part because that was a way out for a lot of us to go to the army, and they did retire well, even though they treat you like crap when you're there. It was a great place to like retire, and according to older people who fought through it and dealt with it and all that stuff.
I mean, you stuck with it. I mean, but how many people have been in the army and come back and been homeless, had nowhere to go? How many veterans you see even today? Veterans just on the corner. I just think
a lot of it is mental stuff, and they don't send. It's like with anything else. I was asking somebody else, like, how do you? What was I? Somebody was talking about how. Oh, this girl I met, this other actress, I met her, and she was talking about her husband. Had gone. She was a Caucasian woman, or maybe she was Hispanic. I think she was Caucasian. Anyway, her husband had gone and served, and he was trained like a Navy SEAL, and so they waterboard you. They do all this stuff because you got to be ready just in case.
Right.
How do they decompress from there? Like when I come back, she said for about the first 18 months of him being back, he was jumping up all the time and ready for something and hear noise and blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, what it was is he couldn't hear anything. Okay, Wiz the Biz. Thank you so much.
Wiz the Biz. What's up, Wiz the Biz? What's happening, bro? What's going on? Truck D. What's happening, man? The strike already started.
Yeah, they said we need to. I don't know. I need
Sweet Mocha. She in the house.
Hey,
always good to see Sweet Mocha.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's a lot happening in the world, guys. I try to bring a little levity to our show because as a Pisces, I don't know how many of y'all believe in signs and wonders and stuff, but as a person I'm empathetic. I've taken many a test. I'm an empath. I be feeling all this stuff. So I have to find ways to make it not as heavy for me, or I might not come back outside because it's too much, but.
Are you generally an outside person?
Yes. I'm generally an outside person. What about you?
I like nature. I like being outside.
Yep, I like to get a little sun.
Being free. You are you into hugging trees?
No. If that means physically going up and hugging a tree.
Yeah, hugging a tree. Yeah, it's good for you. You should try it sometime.
Okay.
I'll get that energy and get that feel of the universe next to you, and man, you soak up you might soak up some universal wisdom that way. It's a good tool to to utilize.
Do you also believe in grounding? When you take your shoes off and make sure you.
Oh yeah. Put your feet in the grass, put your feet in the soil, and just be free. Be a human.
Be free.
Right. I know you got some stuff, some good stuff on this hot topics. I'm ready to get into it.
You ready to get into it? Do we need to take a break first?
No, we don't need to take no break. We're gonna get right into the hot topics.
Y'all, my hot topics. I just want to tell the know-it-alls out there. My hot topics were really just hot topics to me. They probably could have gone into doing too much. They could have been random because they're not hot like happen right now, but they have bothered me. And I didn't get to tell y'all about it last week because it happened between the weeks. So I'm coming back to tell you about it. One of them is funny, and you're going to learn something about me from one of them. Something you need to know about me.
Right. Let's get this graphic up.
Let's get it up. Hot topic. Hot topics. Hot topics. I feel like I should be somewhere going. Hot topics. Woo, woo, woo. Like I get. I feel like I should be an I get or
right.
Somebody's background.
You don't want to be an I get. I don't know. You want to be an I get.
Well,
that might not be safe.
He didn't bother the I guess. He bothered Tina.
Oh, okay, okay.
Got docked all the time, but he didn't ever hit none of them. So
Oh, okay. Well, that's a positive thing.
Or Charles. What was Ray Charles Dance's background name?
I don't know.
Anyway, so you're gonna put up first this swim team.
I was gonna say something terrible too. I was gonna say the 3 blind mice, but that was. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I think that's who they were, but that's cute though.
Right.
Ray Charles and the 3 blind mice.
Right.
Oh Lord, what you putting up first? This news team story.
Whatever you got.
Swim team story.
No, I thought you had the three passings in the hot topics. I'm not sure. It's up to you. What you want to do?
First up, I want to talk about this swim team. It's a picture of Gettysburg College. Y'all can't really read that, but let me tell you guys what happened. So that's a swim pool at Gettysburg College for their swim team. There's a black student, young man, who went to an off-campus function with other swim mates, and they held him down, and they took a box cutter, and they carved N-I-G-G, I don't know if they did an A or an E-R, in his skin.
That's terrible.
It's very terrible. It made the news. It was a whole big deal.
Right.
The 2 students were then dismissed, the black student and the white student who did it.
They both were dismissed?
Not sure why. There's There's not sure why. It makes no sense, but maybe he was embarrassed and didn't want to. So the police, of course, the news media calls the police because they're like, hey, we're trying to get the police report saying what it is, because they were mad that they wouldn't release the young man's name because he is 18 of age and be able to release his name. They were like, we'll get out the police report. There's no police report. Okay. Then what happened? Well, the school says we can't file a report if no one wants to press charges. So the young man who was violated didn't want to press charges.
Wow.
We don't know why. They're trying to figure out why his family decided, as opposed to going to the police, they went to the news media instead. It
makes no sense.
That happened.
This makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And legally, nobody can press charges because unless the person who was harmed presses charges. Part of the reason why when they used to have domestic disputes, they made it an automatic law that everybody going, because you'd often get that a woman blue, black, color. Right. She ain't supposed to. And she's like, that's okay. I fell down the steps. And they're like, no, ma'am, we got to protect you from yourselves. So I wonder if there's going to ever be any litigation. Like, how do you protect? You can do it for minors because it's automatic. But for people who are of age, 18 and older, considered adults, once you get to college, you don't have to tell your parents anything. And they're not pressing charges. What you think, Notty?
See, I had heard about this story, but I wasn't sure about the details, and I wanted to wait to get the details on it. But was this some sort of hazing? Was this kid trying to be in some sort of fraternity? Like, I don't understand. Is he afraid of testifying and what might happen? Did the kids that did it to him, do they have like some sort of influence that I don't know about? Like, there's a lot of questions that I have surrounding this, considering this was allowed to happen. Like, did he allow them to do this to him, or was there a struggle behind it?
They held him down. Now, if he is the only one on the swim team, perhaps everybody knows who it is, and that might have been why he because they keep using the words dismissed as if the school let him go, as opposed to him saying, I'm going to leave the school. I'm not even sure. Well, I know how I got out. The family told the news media. I don't understand why they're not pressing charges. And there is no explanation anywhere about why he didn't press charges.
The family can't press charges. The kid that got abused has to press the charges. And I don't know why you know what? This is just frustrating because I see too many times where you have stories of, you know, a black kid on the wrestling team who has long hair or locks, and they make him cut his locks off at the wrestling event. And nobody has an issue with this until after the fact, but there's no charges pressed. You know, this kid has a disgrace word carved into his chest. It's gonna be there probably forever.
He can get some skin grafting. I guess, you know, I had a friend whose son was, and this was not anywhere close to this incident. So let me preface it with that. One of my friends, the child was pulled over in, you know, racist Mississippi, in an area that, hell, the whole state is racist, but, and luckily his father he happened to be following him. Like had left someplace, they had driven 2 different cars. So the daddy saw everything and was aware of the incident. Like they pulled him over for no reason, all this kind of stuff. And so they wanted, the father wanted to like press charges, find out, or see what he could do. And the son was just like, but I know how they're going to be. They're going to bother me from now on. They'll have my license plate. I'll be bothered and you won't always be there with me. So he ended up not pressing any charges and just dealing with it. And I was like, part of it is that maybe one of those swim young men parents is a police officer. Maybe it's a small college with 2,600 students with roughly equal numbers of men and women.
Is this a PWI?
Yes, it is. It's in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken, Gettysburg College. So small.
We can find out who this kid is. He on the swim team, right?
Right. I tried to look.
It ain't too many black kids on the swim team.
No, they're gonna guess which one it is. But the problem is, even if you figure out who he is, nothing gonna happen to the other one who did it.
Right.
That's the problem. To the ones who did it, if you only dismiss, so I guess they're not even counting the ones who held him down, because only 2 students were dismissed. The black student who was disgraced.
This don't make no sense. Why did he get dismissed?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. And maybe the reporters are using the wrong words. Maybe they're trying to, you know, make us feel upset. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's terrible. I wouldn't know what to do or say to my child. How do you move forward with that? Like that's so traumatic. That is so traumatic. So stay tuned.
I don't understand that.
What happens with that? Oh, the school definitely, loose neck, does not want the bad publicity. And they're the ones who first countered with, listen, we understand a crime has happened. We can't make the young man press charges. Perhaps they ask him not to. Perhaps the young man scared him. Like, if you press charges, we'll find your family. Maybe he's of African descent and they're here, you know, as immigrants, and they're fearful that they will be deported, or you don't know.
Right.
You just don't know.
That's just...
It's horrible. And one of the young men they interviewed on campus, which was funny, I just felt like he didn't know what to say, but he was like, you can't do that stuff anymore. Like, you can't, that's not nice. You can't do that, as if it was ever like a nice thing.
Who raised these people? Who produced these people? I don't understand this. Look, I would have had to make a deal with that white boy. We have to make a deal. Look, you gonna carve nigga on my chest, I gotta carve pickerwood on your forehead. Like, we gonna make a deal. Both of us leaving out here scarred. Ain't one person gonna be scarred.
You gotta be missing a limb if you carving words that ain't my name. I don't even have tattoos with my name. I'm not putting that on there. So we will see. And like loose neck, freak off. Sigh. How many more days you got so you can change it?
Yeah, this freak off stuff. Loose neck going crazy.
Yeah, he said he can't. YouTube won't let him change. You know, they let you change every 14 days.
Can't change it because he got too much baby oil on his fingers. He can't hit the words right. He got all that diddy lube. The man, leave the diddy lube alone, player. For real.
have no words. I wasn't ready. Loose neck, you want me to get him for you? I'll get him. I promise.
What you got with these mice on the plane?
Oh, yes. Next up, y'all. Did you hear about this flight? They were in the air. I gotta remember where they were headed. Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
I gotta look up where they were headed because it took me down. On September 18th, a mouse on a Scandinavian Airlines flight from Oslo, Norway to Malaga, Spain. So it's just some sexy places.
Right.
They were some sexy places.
They sound sexy in a way.
They sexy. They go to open their meal because they feed you really nice when you're on those long journeys. They open it and a live, not a dead one, a live mouse pops out of the food.
Oh man, refund. They got to
stop the plane. They got to fly back to Norway.
Hold
and
on.
They got to start over again.
Why? You already in flight. We might well get where we going. I just need when I get off this flight. I just need the check in my hand. That's all.
Let me tell you something. First of all, how is he alive in the food in a sealed? It wasn't like an unsealed. So that makes you worry about the food. It was a sealed, in-flight food container. Can you imagine sitting there and little Fivo? I would have died. Let me tell y'all a story. Everybody this is when you're gonna learn something about Arle. I don't know where it came from. But I have it. I have an abnormal, like people. I'm scared of spiders. I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of shadows. I am deathly afraid of mice, like hyperventilating, running, shock, scared. At Christmas time, I do big decorations out in front of my yard. And this particular time, I lived near my house is on a lake. And so, of course, it's going to be like lots of stuff out there. Deer and armadillo, not armadillos.
Right, armadillo.
Possums.
Oh,
and
possums,
snakes and all kind of stuff. So I'm prepared. But I had my garage door up a long time and just putting out my lights. Just out there having, it's going to look a lot like Chris. I'm singing. I'm having a good time. I got my music playing. The next morning, out the corner of my eye, because I got good peripheral, I see something moving. I'm thinking it might be a water bug because I also have lots of those. Georgia's known for them. It's a little baby. I jump up. I'm on top of my island. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm running to the table. I can't let the ground touch it. My daddy lies to me and tells me that they can't climb stairs. He's like, as long as you get up the steps, you'll be okay. So I'm running. I'm upstairs in the center of my bed. I'm screaming. The mouse I finally get an exterminator over there. He catches him. Why he tell me he caught him up in my attic, which means he climbed something. So
they climb.
I know, but my daddy
climbs out of a house.
Let me tell you. My daddy was so worried about me. He calls my mama. It's like, oh, you're going to have to come over here and get, because I'm screaming. I'm calling daddy. So my daddy drives over to my house. When he gets there, I can't open the door. He figure out how to get in here because I'm standing up on top of the island in the kitchen.
Right.
He's like, what is going on? I was like, it's a mouse here. Oh, no, he went. Ah! I'm screaming. I'm crying. I'm just hyperventilating. It's terrible. He then calls my mama. He is like, because my dad don't do emotions. Hey, you're going to have to come get her. I don't know what to do. She's hollering. It was terrible. So, mouse on the plane, turn this sucker around, let me off, get my money. I ain't never going again. I'm saying
they must have been close to where they were coming from because we ain't turning around. We gotta thug it out. I mean, somebody just gotta kill their mice.
Who? What if it got in
somebody on the plane?
What if it chews that electrical stuff? That's why they're concerned about it in the first place. If they just let it loose and nobody caught it, he could be somewhere chewing and gnawing. It will fall out the sky.
Right.
Ain't eating nothing else on the plane. Snakes on the plane, rats on the plane, Arle not on the plane. Right.
And this is the No Show right here with Arle and Notty. When we get back, I guess we're gonna give y'all some sad news. It's too much. It's gonna be doing too much, right?
It's doing too much.
Right.
Death. Doing too much.
So y'all stay tuned for this short intermission right here on the No Show.
It's little like Donald Trump's wee wee. Did I say that?
Is it too early to tell y'all what I was thinking about yesterday then on this note?
Go ahead. Here we go. Get ready to dump you.
I really thought about this for about an hour yesterday.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
2028. Man, I'm thinking about running for president of the United States. If I start right now today,
Notty,
If I start my,
you got my support, man.
because
You
guess
got
what
my
I'm gonna do?
support.
I was thinking about a reparations plan. I was thinking about a re-education plan, getting teachers raises. Like I really was formulating my whole campaign. And I said, if I start today, in 4 years, will I be ready to be president of the United States of America?
Like I just said, Donald Trump with no experience was president of the United States of America. He's got a good chance of winning again. Hell no, why not?
Right.
I believe in you. I trust you. I believe in you way more than I do Trump. So why would I vote for you, Notty?
Y'all, Notty running for president. Who gonna be on his campaign? You need Loose Neck and Mocha.
No,
because that's Florida and that's South Carolina. I mean, Florida and Texas, two big places, have lots of delegates.
I mean, I might have them lobby for me. You know,
I was saying work on your campaign, and I wasn't trying to make them. Who you think you're gonna get as your VP? Running mate, you got to think about that for a little while. You don't have to decide.
I had thought about seeing if you want to run with me. I guess we ain't running then.
I got too many skeletons in my closet, and I don't need them.
What you mean? You the VP? Ain't nobody.
They came after the man, his children. They looking into his Poe Walls vans. They talking about lies. He didn't tell.
I got so many skeletons in my closet. Ain't nobody they ain't gonna have time to start looking for your skeletons. They gonna be like, man, we got bodies over here, man. This dude right here. We ain't even got time to dig in hospital.
They like it. All the felons gonna vote for you, and the misdemeanor people, and the people with bad driving records. And
I might run with Bella. I don't know. I gotta see what Bella talking about, man. We might run.
I wasn't saying her running. I was saying she could work with you on your campaign.
Oh yeah. She can definitely work with me. I know she got Miami. She got Miami on law. Right.
She can make sure the people out there. Uncle Luke, you need to get people like that to.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke gonna fool with me. I already know. I know the A gonna fool with me. So
who's the A? Oh, say the city of Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah. You
gotta get Decatur because we don't really, Atlanta don't really like Decatur like that. You went I'm
all over Atlanta. I'm east side, west side, south side. And I bring the north with me too.
Because
you gotta understand how I grew up. My mama's side of the family is on the east side, and we huge on the east side. Like I bump into people on the east side, I don't even know him, but this might be my cousin. It could be family. Or if he ain't my cousin, he cool with one of my other cousins. Like we that deep on the east side, so I got the whole east side sold up. Okay. I got family on the west side. Every time I go to the west side, somebody know my grandmama, they know one of my sisters. So I got the whole west side on lock. I'm good everywhere I go in the city. South side, I'm good everywhere I go in the city.
West side.
Yeah.
Okay. If you say so.
I'm trying to tell you. See, you a transplant.
He said, okay. You're right. I am.
Right. So you might not know.
I bet you that I can claim Atlanta faster than you can claim Atlanta.
Girl, stop. You need to stop. You might don't understand.
We can see.
You might don't understand. We ain't even got to see.
See, Arle. What's her name? Omarosa. What's her name? Said it's not Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what they said though?
What?
Too much. Mama, you doing too much.
Arle, you doing too much.
I do too much. Let me tell y'all what is doing too much. I picked death today because we have been going through it as a Black community, just as a human race in general. Oh my God, most of our first father on TV, Mr. James Evans Sr., who was in real life known as John Amos, passed away. And he was 84 years old. He lived a great life. He was known to a lot of us as, of course, James Evans. He was Mr. McDowell. He was Lisa's daddy. And
right.
got him hooked up with the Zamunda, King of Zamunda.
Right.
Jeffrey's son, who was going to be the king. He played in Roots, which he was well known for playing the adult Kunta Kinte. He was in a lot. He was on the West Wing a lot. Like, he has been acting a great deal of his life. You know, his history shows that he started out as a social worker and worked with, you know, delinquents in New York, and then got an opportunity to play with the Kansas City Chiefs. And the coach was like, you know what, go and do what you love. And it was acting, and he got into acting from that point. And the rest is history.
Yeah, man, I heard that he died in August 21st. And they just now, this is what I heard, and they just now getting the word out. I also heard that his daughter found out via social media that he was dead. I'm like, who was holding this secret?
Well, I understand, and explains why a friend of mine who's a judge had sent a text saying, I think his son had something to do with the way this all came out. And I was like, I thought he and his son got along. And allegedly, there are some issues there. I don't know what those issues are. His son is a very, very, very light-skinned version of him. He looks so much like his daddy. But his mom, Mr. Amos, was married twice. And those two children come from his first marriage, which is funny. He fought a lot for the rights of African Americans particularly on Good Times. That's why he was, you know, untimely released from the show. And they said he died in an accident in Mississippi when he went for a job, because he was always fighting about the way they wanted to portray how we were. He and, not Florida Evans, is not her real name. Jesus, I can't think of her name, but he and the main character, Esther Roll.
Right.
He and Esther were very big on like not being the stereotypical. They want to show, because they initially wanted him to like leave and she was gonna be a single mom, and they were like, nope. She fought to be, you know, we're a married couple in the hood. Even though we're in the hood, we're raising our children right and teaching them good values. And so he, you know, also fought about them having an all-white writing team for a Black family. That's why a lot of the stuff was always weird to us, I'm sure.
Right.
If you watch it now, like that wouldn't have been something we said. And they also he also had issue with JJ becoming such a focal point, because they just kept making him sillier and sillier.
Correct.
And it was like, and Mr. Amos was always like, no, that's not going to work. And that's why he said it was they were letting him go, but it was probably time for him to go. He said himself in his memoir, like, it was time for me to go, because I wasn't going to back down from my belief is how you portraying this Black family. And they were going to keep with the foolishness. They said he and Norman Lear, who was the creator of the show and so many of the shows and the spinoffs, Maude, Jeffersons, Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days. He and Norman Lear had a come to Jesus moment when they did the live version of it. You know, they were doing these live versions on TV during the pandemic. So I think it was 2021, they kind of hugged it out and it was done. But yeah, he is gone. On top of that, we lost Pete Rose. And I'm going to say his name. I'm trying to say Dikembe Mutombo.
Right.
5 years old.
Pete Rose, all-time hit leader, 4,256 hits. He's one of two players to have over 4,000 hits in his Major League Baseball career. Ty Cobb also has over 4,000 hits. Both played 24 years. They call him Charlie Hustle because he used to run the first base even when they walked him. You know, he would still run the first base. I mean, he just played so hard. He was like the Russell Westbrook of baseball before Russell Westbrook. So I guess we'll say Russ is the Pete Rose of basketball. But, you know, he's an MVP. He's a champion. They banned him from the game of baseball due to alleged gambling, which he claims he didn't do, but they still suspended him. So he's not even in the Hall of Fame. And it's one of the reasons why I don't respect the Baseball Hall of Fame. Even though it's supposed to be the most prestigious of all the Hall of Fames, I can't respect it because you don't have your all-time hit leader in baseball. The main thing you do is hit.
Right.
They got the most hits ever in your Hall of Fame. The other big thing about baseball is home runs. Well, if you don't got Barry Bonds, then
what we doing?
Then another big thing is who can strike the most people out. Well, if you don't got Roger Clemens in your Hall of Fame, I can't respect your Hall of Fame.
Makes sense. So, if you're talking about what baseball represents,
right.
Hits, runs,
right.
you know, and strikeouts, because you're always talking about pitchers. pictures, then how do you, it makes total sense. And I always felt bad for him. You would always hear about him every year. I don't know if he was trying to appeal the decision or if I don't know what was happening as he got older. I think he just kind of let it go. But I always felt bad because he was really great and they had just,
Right. He still was an ambassador for the game. He still would go on Fox and other different TV shows and give his knowledge and impart his wisdom. So there was I heard some discussions about should they finally let Pete Rose in. And I'm like, he can't smell his flowers. Y'all had plenty of time to put him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you might can do it for his family, but even if I'm his family, I'm like, it makes no sense. Everybody who watches baseball and is a baseball historian or watches it now, we know what Pete Rose represents. Yeah, we know he's a Hall of Fame player, even if he's not in the Hall of Fame. So it's unfortunate that he didn't get to smell his flowers, but man, Pete Rose was a real great. So rest in peace to Pete Rose. And then you name Mutombo. Man, so young when he passed away, 58 years old.
I thought he was 55.
Yeah, I think he's 58 with he had brain cancer. Either way, he's young. I've met Dikembe Mutombo on several occasions.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Seems like he'd be a nice guy.
Man, you talking about one of the nicest people that you could ever meet. I mean, so down to earth for him to be so tall and so popular because I mean he was a great basketball player. He did the finger wag and all that, and he was so tall, and the things he did off the court as far as building a hospital in his home country. Yeah. I mean, he was just a philanthropist on the highest levels, and he was doing his stuff in Africa. It was big, but when you meet him, you would think, if you didn't know him, that's Mutombo. Don't fool with Mutombo would come up to you as a regular person. You ain't got to be famous. Hey man, how you doing? And tell a joke, laugh with you, and you like, where did this come from? But he was just like, he's one of the kindest people I met, especially on the celebrity side of the game. So we definitely gonna miss Dikembe Mutombo, man. He was.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was sick. I guess people are just keeping that stuff so quiet now. And that's sad. Because I'm hoping he was surrounded. I'm sure he was surrounded by those he loved. And I've seen a bunch of videos of him and Michael Jordan cracking jokes with each other. Talking about, you didn't.
Oh yeah.
And they showed the video of him actually finally dunked because he had never dunked on.
He finally dunked on him in Atlanta.
It wasn't even a pretty dunk though. It was a little bitty slide. He slid it in there.
Right. It was some regular. It wasn't that Michael Jordan type of situation, but Mike finally got him. But man, he blocked Mike so many times before Mike got him. It was a huge thing. But they went back and forth about that type of thing. So rest in peace to those three legends. It always happens in threes, don't it?
It does. And then last week it was fours because it started off with his name, oh Lord, the rapper, and then it went to my boy Southern Girl, whose name just escaped me. It was like four people that we were like, wait a minute, I thought y'all said three. What is happening? So it's a lot of legends, and I think too, what's happening is, and I just think the death is just coming because it's young, it's old. You used to just be like, oh, they were old, they older,
right?
They lived a full life. Like Pete Rose, he was in his 80s,
right?
And John Amos was in his
80s, right?
And so you're like, oh, even though right now, like I told y'all the other day, me and my brother were like, my mom and dad are going to have to get to the hundreds. I can't. I'm not prepared. I'm just
correct. You're never prepared.
You're never prepared. So rest in peace to all those people, to their families. We're praying for you. To death, leave us alone. It's been enough in 2024. Right. Everybody else, get in a bubble. Just get in a bubble. You got to protect. Just get in a bubble.
Yeah. So. It's easier said than done.
I know. But
yeah.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, know-it-alls, because we got more coming for you. Notty is coming up with his What a Ninja Needs to Know. Stay tuned.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and that subscribe button if y'all haven't already.
Like, subscribe, share, like.
She done been the one damn week right away you flying in my face. That's not what it's all about. I'm gonna tell you, you've been driving everybody crazy running around here. Now you going to them women's meetings. I'm gonna tell you something Uncle Ed used to say, and maybe he was right. There's only two places a woman belongs, Florida. Florida, James, don't say it. Get me in the bedroom, Florida. Just get in the bedroom. You gonna say something? Yeah, I'm gonna say something. And I still don't have nothing to talk about but my husband and my kids. James, there's a whole world out there, and I'm not a part of it. I want to be somebody too. James, I don't want to walk ahead of you, but I don't want to walk behind you either. Howdy.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
And we're back.
I was looking at that video for Bay 11 Towing. Shout out to Bay 11 Towing. And I'm like, why am I dancing? But I forgot. For those who don't know, I'm standing up and I have this little thing that helps you rock on it. And so my attention, I be in here rocking and dancing. But anyway, just want y'all to know I'm not over here not paying attention. This thing helps if you want to stand and work at your desk. So, it gives you a little movement. That's all. I'm not really that big.
Yep. What's going on in the chat? Anything going on in the chat?
Let us, your handy, trusty, dusty glasses. Let us see. Let us see what's happening in the chat. Loose Neck Sai said, that's what's missing with shows today is the message. We learned so much from those sitcoms, and you are absolutely right.
We did.
We really, now it's just, you learn how to throw drinks at women and see if your husband or your boyfriend cheating. Chase them around somewhere. It's terrible.
Yeah, these are the four that you was mentioning last week, I believe.
Yes. Thank you, Mocha Bella, because I needed somebody to help me with my memorization. Because I was like, none of their names will come to me. Not one name. I knew Frankie Beverly's name would not come to me, but I'm like, Southern Girl, Rich Homie Quan, James Earl Jones, and who was the fourth one? Oh, Tito Jackson. Yep. I wonder if they made arrangements for all those. I know they've probably all been buried, and I just missed it. Except for Tito. I don't think, because Tito was at the latter part. So maybe they hadn't. Unless he wanted to be cremated, which, oh, child, I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Well, today on Negro Need to Know, we had been covering these amendments. And we did 1 through 4. And so now we're at I figured we might as well go ahead and get up to like where we at now, which is number 5, the Fifth Amendment. This one got a couple of layers to it, so I'm gonna stop.
Layers.
Yeah, this one got too many layers, so I'm only gonna
the Fifth Amendment.
Right. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say gloss over it, but I'm not gonna get into this full depthness because I was reading the full in depth of what the Fifth Amendment is, and I was like, man, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? People need to know, but I'll give you the basis of what it is.
Okay.
Fifth Amendment: no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, which is, break it down, is pretty much a felony, unless under presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval force or in militia when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Let's just Stop right there. Pretty much, and that's federal. So if you've been charged with a federal felony, and an infamous crime, which would be anything that you can be in prison for over a year, the death penalty, that type of thing, then you are entitled to have a grand jury. The grand jury must indict you. Now, as far as states, a lot of states do also do a grand jury, but it's not, you don't have a right to a grand jury for a state charge. But most of the time, the state would do like a preliminary hearing. They'll do something like that. So
that you are and just as an aside, the 5th does also grant you due process for federal stuff, and the 14th is due process for state stuff. I think that's how that works.
Correct.
One of them
Correct.
state and one is federal. So that also falls, that clause has, so it's so dense, the 5th Amendment, because I think it was amended or when they added the Bill of Rights, and so it has so much stuff that it does underneath it, it gives,
Right.
which it just feel like you should just give me due process under 4. If you search and seize my car, I should still have due process period out of that, but they had to make an amendment to make that.
Right. Well, this is a very old law. This is one of the laws that James Madison, right, instituted in 1791. So this thing has been in place for a long time. Also, where am I? Okay. Nor should any person be subject to the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. That's pretty much double jeopardy.
Yep.
You can't be charged with the same crime twice. Now, in the case of Heath versus Alabama, you can be, if you're charged with a certain crime in Georgia and you get off, you can be charged with that same crime in another state, but you can't be charged with the same crime in the same state. That's double jeopardy. So
Right.
that's another one that you don't have to really worry about. If you get off one time, you usually don't have to get off twice. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. That's to plead the 5th. You don't have to rat on yourself in court. You don't have to testify if it's going to incriminate you. Now, that brings me to a funny story. I remember when I was in college, this kid, I guess he got too high and he called the police on himself.
Oh my goodness. Was his name Ryan?
No, I don't remember his name or his face. All I know is he got locked up. that's what I do remember.
I mean, yeah, you can't. And they, what's funny is you can't. It's like when you're in court, you always hear people say, "I plead the 5th." There's certain rules to it where you cannot plead. You can't use it, but for the majority of the time, that amendment allows you to not incriminate yourself. Yeah.
And this is where you get your Miranda rights. For Ernesto Miranda, who told on himself to the police, but he ended up getting off because the courts decided that the police didn't give him his rights and told him he didn't have to tell on himself. So now when you get pulled over, anytime you get held by the police, they have to read you your Miranda warnings or your Miranda rights to let you know you have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you in a court of law. So that's where that comes from. And then you got the last one as far as possession of property without due process in law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So pretty much it kind of limits what the police or what the government can do if they seize private property. Most of the time, if they do seize private property, it has to be used for public use. They can make a road or they can do a park or something like that.
And that's what they do. They just come take it another way and they pay you some money.
Right.
They're going to get it if they want it.
But it usually, definitely if the person gets off, they have to compensate them for that property they took, or they have to give it back. Even if it's a boat, a house, or any material possession. So that's just part of, those are the basics of the Fifth Amendment that we all probably should know. But it's a lot deeper than that. I mean, each of those that I just pointed out, they have a little bit of level to them for everything, what happens in the mistrial? You know, can you get charged for that crime again, or whether the defense called for a mistrial or the prosecution called for a mistrial? So I mean, there's a lot of nuances to the Fifth Amendment, and a lot of the Fifth Amendment is very similar to the 14th Amendment from what I was reading. So it's definitely something that we all should probably get into and get to know, you know. So that's what a Negro needs to know.
What a Negro needs to know. Do you know something? Know it alls. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? It's so good to see you. Notty, thank you for that information on the Fifth Amendment. It is a very deep and detailed amendment, and it could be very helpful if somebody ever has to go to court. You pray to God your attorney knows all these things, so they know which rules to, you know, come with, what things give us our due process and our opportunities. And yeah. Thank you, Notty.
Right. Correct.
I think you froze. Did you freeze, Notty? I thought you were just listening intently.
No, I was listening intently, but I might have froze a little bit. But when we get back, I do want to get into I want to give away a bottle of this Southern Edge.
We need a reason. What's gonna be the reason? Who was in the chat first today or something? Mocha says she pleaded the fifth. I don't know what she pleaded the fifth on. I got to go read and see what happened. We're gonna get into a little chat. And then we're gonna get out of here.
Yep, chat, and we might take a phone call or two. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. If I can get this number up.
Hey, we gotta get the number up. We gotta get the number up.
Stay tuned right here on the No Show
with Notty and Arle.
Is it too early to tell y'all what I was thinking about yesterday? Then on this note,
go ahead. Here we go. We get ready to dump you.
I really thought about this for about an hour yesterday.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
2028, man. I'm thinking about running for president of the United States. If I start right now today,
Notty,
if I start my
you got my support, man.
Because guess what I'm gonna do? I was thinking about a reparations plan. I was thinking about a re-education plan, getting teachers raises. Like I really was formulating my whole campaign. And I said, if I start today, in 4 years, will I be ready to be president of the United States of America?
Like I just said, Donald Trump with no experience was president of the United States of America. He's got a good chance of winning again. Hell no, why not?
Right.
I believe in you. I trust you. I believe in you way more than I do Trump. So why would I vote for you, Notty?
Yep, 2028. Vote for your boy. If I ain't ready by 2028, then guess what? I'll be ready by 2032. Yeah, so, right. So y'all go ahead and get ready. I mean, if you ain't registered to vote, just get registered to vote by 2028. I ain't gonna even press y'all to get registered right now. But by 2028,
Arle is gonna press you to get registered right now. Yes, it's your right. Please.
Right, it's your right. I mean, we got a lot of rights. You know, a lot of our ancestors, died so that we would read. You know, we can have the right to read. And a lot of people just don't like to read for whatever reason. But it's powerful. Okay. It's a powerful thing. Make sure you follow Arle on all of her platforms. You know, I'm on
Arlewood.
IG, I'm at One Man Cave. X, I'm at One Man Cave. On TikTok, I'm at Enrique James 8. So, you know, make sure you follow us on all our platforms. Get our numbers up.
Welcome to Arlewood. I'm gonna start doing stuff on TikTok. People think I'd be a TikTok sensation because I got
I keep putting stuff on TikTok. I always be putting you in the mentions. That you get
I know. I just don't even go over there to get it.
Right.
It always says, does it say Enrique? No, it says One Man Cave. It sure does. Let me see. I'm gonna see it right now. Okay, what are we doing right at the moment? I'm all in my personal business.
Read some chat. What's up, Melvin? Okay. Arle's not swearing, so I assume not have been acting right. I've been on my best behavior, man.
I have my towel though, just in case, and my personal fan.
Melvin, I'm always on my best behavior. You already know.
No, that is not true. He's not always on his best behavior. It's sometimes difficult to deal with Notty. He's a naughty boy.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I looked away for a second. I was like, who is that?
I've been working on my accents.
Who
I'm
got you
working
on the
them.
show? I watched the
But-
movie yesterday and the girl sounded like that. And she was a killer too.
Oh, I
There's a
love it.
movie called The Killer. Yeah.
I love to play like a
And-
woman assassin or something, but I gotta get in better
this
shape. So I can do cartwheels and stuff. It'll probably be like a comedy.
I don't know. You might pull it off.
Oh.
They have to read the Miranda rights only if you're questioned by the police.
Are you asking us a question? I believe the Miranda rights, when they take you into custody,
Right.
the minute they go, you're under arrest, they have to read your Miranda rights.
Right.
Now, before they question you, they probably have to say them. I think there is a rule or something about saying them again to make sure you understand them. I think you have to sign something at that point if you're going into interrogation. But there's some real funny rules, and I'm not sure where that falls under. Some real funny rules with interrogation too, of how they are able to get away with some things. But then it could be, made the fruit of the poisonous tree. If you got it under false pretenses, if you didn't get the right warrant, if you didn't give them a Miranda, if you didn't do whatever, and you found something out, anything that happened after the point where you messed up no longer counts. But then they'll find a way to get you on a technicality. It's always, but that's how a lot of stuff gets thrown out on a technicality.
Right.
You could have been as guilty as guilty.
Mocha.
Oh, the world might not be here in 2028.
Man, don't tell me that. I'm getting this whole campaign together. I need the world to be here. I'm putting a lot of work in to make this thing happen.
Yeah, it's suspect. I'm scared of the top of 20. Hell, I'm supposed to be out of town November, right after the election, and I'm scared because I feel like I need to be at my house, in my house, or on the farm, my parents' farm. So if some pop off, I got food and shelter and all of that. Cause these people crazy.
I definitely believe things about to shake up, though. I mean, I can sense it coming. His Griff, there's no way I could or would run for office based on my college days. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
when I tell you I'm so thankful there was no Facebook, Instagram, people that have cell phones be walking around trying to see what you.
Right.
I spent a good bit of time on Bourbon Street. I'm just gonna say my parents were they were threatening to make me come home. It was New Orleans is not the place to go to school when you didn't. Yeah, I was not. I loved it there. We'll go back.
I went to a party school. I was down at West Georgia. It was party. There's a lot going on, hell. But I probably did more outside of college than I did in college. And I did a lot in college. Like I said, they wouldn't even have no time to dig up nobody else's skeletons. They'll be so busy digging up mine. But, I'm not afraid. I own up to it. I get out. So you got to get out in front of it before somebody else put it out. That's what I believe you got to do.
That's true. But I feel like with that man that's running, the lieutenant governor in North Carolina, where they're talking about he was at porn shops and the man told on him, he comes into my porn shop. I'm not understanding why. I mean, the only reason I think it's an issue is because he's dogging out other folks who have participated. Just don't be talking about other people. Just let everybody do what they want. So when your stuff come up, you can be like, see, I didn't say nothing about yours. Don't say nothing about
I'm saying he might have been in porn shops when he was coming up and then realized, you know what, I don't need to be in porn shop. This ain't good, and now he's trying to tell everybody it ain't good to be in porn shops based on his experience.
But he should have said that. What he said was, I'm gonna talk about y'all, but I'm not gonna tell y'all I did it myself. It's like when you tell your kids, don't do that. Well, I felt it was best, not all things, but something like, let me tell you why I'm telling you that, because I did that and it did not work well for me, and I want you to not have that same experience.
Right.
Not all things am I telling on myself, though.
A lot of parents don't like to tell their children the stuff they did,
because you think of us as superheroes.
Right, and that's the problem. That's the problem. I believe. Look, I'm an open book. I'm gonna tell you. Therefore, you can understand why I'm telling you not to do this. I did it. This is what happened to me. Okay, don't let this happen to you. There it is. But
I don't want to know my mama did it. I don't even want to know. I need to look at her as she is.
She did it though.
Halo. I need her halo to stay where it is, because some of this stuff I'm like, I would need to clutch pearls, and I'm not a pearl clutcher often, but my mama did it. I'd be clutching my pearls for real. So yes. Do you want to read some of the chat? Notty,
We are
and then
reading
we
the
get out
chat.
of here.
We
Oh
that's what we've been doing. Reading the chat. Where you been at?
no, I said you want to read some more of the chat, Notty.
Just a few more. Doug blowing smoke now that he don't believe that he's a good actor, bro. Nah, Doug got me, man. He wanna say it if he didn't believe me.
He believe you running because I
Right.
mean I
I
believe
believe
that.
I got his vote too, unless somebody like The Rock run, then I might be screwed. But as long as here 2028, what's it? We in 2024, 2028. Trump will probably, try to run again because he'll probably either lose this time
Or
or
he just want
he'll
to be in power forever.
or he'll invoke some clause
That he got to stay here forever.
that say he can run again. So if
I
it's
made a
me,
law. I made a law. And
right.
listen, I will be
So
the
if it's me
president
against
until I
Trump,
die, and then it will be my daughter Ivanka. Isn't she fine? She's so fine. She's beautiful. He probably. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
right. So I think that if it's me or Trump, I think Doug he'll vote for me. We
I think
survived the Luke era. Thank God for no social media. Hey, boy, that Luke era was,
real.
boy, you talking
Pop
about,
that. Hey, pop that
yes.
baby, pop. And
Hey.
let me tell you, in New Orleans, when I went to school there, they used to have they have a dance called the P-pop. But it wasn't just for women, it was men too. They all used to do this little dance where they be popping and doing all. So yeah, that is on video for a lot of people.
Right. Right. The Luke era,
Freaknik. You saw how many people were scared when Freaknik
yes.
came out?
Yeah, you had the Tootsie Roll in this same era. Exactly.
Scrub the ground.
Yes.
Because I was scrubbing. Round and round you go. Red,
Right.
baby. That
Right.
song come on. I'm straight to the dance floor.
Yeah,
Straight.
when that Freaknik
No,
documentary came out, there was a lot of people, man, who didn't want that thing to come. A lot
terrified.
of women who didn't want that thing to come out. They was afraid they might get
Judge,
caught on camera.
because people had moved into their world. We got degrees now. Back then, we just
Right,
riding around and getting it. We don't know them
right,
people. We just in that car
right.
with a mess.
No,
Your husband don't need to know that.
well, I don't know. I disagree with all that.
He don't need to know I was at
people need to
Freaknik.
know what happened, man. People need to know your truth.
I know this called a no show, but there are just some things that we don't
No,
need
we
to
do
know.
need to know. Look, back then we didn't have the cameras on the phone and things like that. We had those camcorders.
Yes.
And see, fortunately for a lot of people don't use VCRs no more. That VHS gone. But man, we had some tapes, boy. I'm telling you, we had some tapes down in Daytona. Oh man, legendary stuff, man.
I
Legendary. I
I
need to holler
I
at
ain't never
my partner Z, man. See what he takes at. We need to
make a
go to one of them.
documentary.
Right. We need to go to one of the antique shops that got the little VHS. You put the little tape in, and we need to get a VCR, and we need to somehow dub that
They will
and
let
put
you.
that
It's
on the
places to
DVD.
do it.
Right. That's
It's
what we need
places
to
to
do.
do it, but I think y'all need to lead that where it is, honey. Leave it
No, we
where
don't
it
need to
is.
leave that where this is stuff alleged, man. People need to know what really going on. Man, I got so many stories. Oh man,
Ooh,
and he
child.
on the no show, right here on the no show, Arle and Notty. This what I got these stories for you.
We
So,
know.
y'all gonna get these stories. Don't
Get
don't
them
worry about it.
coming.
Just keep watching. I got
Watching,
man, I got some stories for you, but you just don't even know. Just don't
watching.
even know.
We scared.
So what you got going on for the
This
rest of the
weekend.
day?
Oh, the rest of the day, I'm going to pick some of my line sisters up from the airport, and we are headed out this weekend for our annual girlfriend trip. So I'm about to go. I haven't packed yet because I'm a procrastinator. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to throw some things in the bag, and we're going to head out. I'll be there in the morning, and then I'm going to get on the roads. I'll see all of y'all on the Two Live Stews experience in the morning, and then I am going to have some good rest, relax, release, relax,
Right.
whatever that was from Whitney. What you doing this weekend? What you got for the rest of the day and this going into the weekend?
Grinding. Same old thing. Got the grind don't stop. I might go to a client house as soon as I get out the air.
Now to be
Go
saying client, y'all, what y'all think he been there doing?
go see my mama. Might
Your mama is
go
not
holler
your
at her.
client.
No, my mama ain't my client. I'm saying I might go see my mama too.
Oh,
That's what I'm
hey,
saying.
Hey, Notty
See
Mama.
what she got going on.
Hope she fix you some food after she work you.
Nah, she ain't gonna fit me no food. Nah,
It's
she ain't gonna do
terrible.
that. Nah, not saying that she won. I mean, if she done made something, she'll offer me something, but she ain't gonna just make me nothing just cause I come over and be like, yeah, mama, gonna throw me something on. That ain't gonna happen.
My brother does it to my mama all the time, and she, okay, what you want? And she get up and fix it. She's so sweet. Shout out to my mom. She's overseas right now, living her best life. She's in Switzerland right now, just hanging
Yeah,
out.
I had asked you the other day. You ain't even answer my question.
I did. I said she's out the country. I said my mama out the country.
I know, but you was saying that your brother wants your mama to start dating, and I
Oh,
said, do she date younger men? I'm trying to get out the country
because she
too.
married to my daddy.
I
So
thought you said your daddy got a girlfriend. I thought they had to split up. I might have been listening wrong. I might have been hearing what I want to hear.
you probably heard it right. I just probably need to give you a better explanation. I hope my
Yeah,
mom
I
can
need
know.
an explanation. I ain't know Pop was doing it like that. Shout out to Pop, man.
No, Pops is not doing like that. Let me take all that back. My daddy.
Oh,
is
okay.
God. I'm just, I'll explain it later. To
Oh,
all the
okay.
people in the No Show, thank you so much for joining us today with Notty and Arle. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something about the Fifth Amendment. It's something you need to know so you can understand your rights. Next week, new things, new doing too muches, new hot topics.
Yeah, might have a
Come here.
controversial truth. Next week.
Maybe. It depends. Notty got to see what he feeling. What you think?
You know what? I was looking for some funky music to freestyle to on the way out, but my music gone. I don't know what happened to my music.
Music down.
Right.
Rap along. Got a song to sing. Everybody swing. Swing like you mean it. Do what you want. Swing like you mean it.
Feel like I'm playing a guitar for you.
I know. Feel like your head got a buzz.
Right. Right. All right.
Freestyle to this, Notty. You can freestyle to this.
Hold on. What's going on here?
What?
What's going on here?
I don't
Hello?
know. Oh, somebody must have called you.
Somebody calling me?
I don't know. I didn't call you.
Oh, I thought somebody had called me.
They hung up.
They must have did.
Oh.
Well, that's all good. Till the next time.
I'm playing the guitar. I'm playing the keys.
Oh, so should I sing then? It's the No Show. When you need it. When you want it. Can you eat it? Can you feed me? What we're talking about. It's the No Show. Just walk it out. Wednesdays, 5 p.m. right here on the No Show. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Tell somebody. Share it with somebody. Let them know what they need to know based on what you learned. Until next time, Arle, Notty, it's the No Show.